Hello everyone, my name is Surya Subnaik and I am delighted to be here today to discuss the fascinating topic of the effects of emotions. In this video presentation, my group and I will explore how emotions impact various aspects of our lives, drawing upon research and real-life examples. But firstly, let me introduce my group members, Kyle Hillier, Shauna Noel, Nikhil Aaron, and finally Namala Ramdas Singh. We strongly believe that understanding the effects of emotions is essential for navigating the complexities of human experiences. Why did we choose this topic? Well, emotions are an essential part of our daily lives, shaping our thoughts, behaviors, and relationships. By exploring their effects, we aim to shed light on how emotions influence our well-being, decision-making, and social interactions. Now, let me provide a summary of the key points we will discuss in this video. Firstly, we will dig into the thought to action tendencies component of emotions. We will examine whether social media has a positive or negative effect on our emotions by considering three crucial components: cognitive, emotional, and motivational. Using real-life examples, we will explore how social media platforms can mobilize individuals towards positive change, as well as their potential negative implications. Next, we will explore the response to emotion and how individuals regulate their emotions. We will discuss how social media provides a platform for emotional expression and supports, drawing upon the powerful example of the Me Too movement and the use of social media during natural disasters like Hurricane Harvey. We will demonstrate how these platforms can foster community, resilience, and emotional well-being. Lastly, we will focus on the subject experience, emphasizing how social media usage has been influenced by COVID-19 pandemic. We will examine how social media helps individuals maintain connections, share their emotions, and reduce anxiety during times of physical separation. Throughout this video, we aim to provide insights into the effects of emotions, how they manifest with the realm of social media. By the end, we hope to deepen your understanding of the topic and inspire you to reflect on your own emotional experiences in the digital age. So without further ado, let's embark on our journey together as we explore the captivating effects of emotions in the context of social media. I will now pass you on to my colleague Kyle Hillier. Thank you.
Good day. The thought to action process, as used in psychology, describes how our ideas and mental images become our real behavior and actions. It includes all of the cognitive, emotional, and motivational steps that are taken in order to translate our thoughts and wishes into actions and words. It is a basic feature of human behavior that is essential to comprehending how our thoughts affect how we behave. Social media can have a positive effect on the thought action tendencies component of emotions by providing a platform for collective action and mobilizing individuals towards positive change. One event that exemplifies this is the Me Too movement, which gained momentum on social media platforms in 2017. I will now show you a short video that further goes into depth on how social media impacted the Me Too movement.
One symbol, 5 letters, #MeToo. What you're seeing on your screen is far more powerful than a trending hashtag, and its strength stretches across the globe. Tweet after tweet after tweet. More than 1.5 million have used it on Twitter in dozens of different languages. With every second, the number of people joining the movement continues to grow. From famous actresses and actors to everyday people, hundreds of thousands are sharing their stories.
I think the shock of the number of women who came out and said Me Too has already elevated this.
It started when actress Alyssa Milano tweeted, "If you've been sexually harassed or assaulted, write Me Too" as a reply to this tweet. With that, this photo saying, "If all women who have been sexually harassed or assaulted wrote Me Too as a status, we might give people a sense of the magnitude of the problem." Since then, social media inundated with personal stories of sexual harassment or assault.
We have not heard people really acknowledging what's taking place. And I feel that the part of our moving forward is being able to really tell the full truth.
The hashtag prompted by Milano also calling on men, either with their experiences of being harassed or in solidarity against inappropriate conduct, to come forward. Comedian Nick Jack Pappas, following Milano's lead, tweeting, "Men, don't say you have a mother, a sister, a daughter. Say you have a father, a brother, a son who can do better. We all can." The hot topic not just taking off on Twitter. Facebook stats reveal millions of posts, comments, and reactions regarding Me Too as well.
I think the power of this particular campaign, with it just being Me Too, allows us to recognize sexual violence.
So, a step in the right direction, but just the beginning of a long journey to change a culture.
I think we're beginning to create a narrative and an open forum where women are starting to be able to speak up and be brave and fight back.
This event demonstrates how social media can harness the power of collective emotions and transform them into tangible actions that drive social progress and create a more exclusive society. The relationship between people, thoughts, and beliefs, and their subsequent acts makes thought to action tendencies relevant in the context of social media's influence on the growth of the Me Too movement. Social media gives survivors and their supporters a forum to communicate and express their experiences and tales, creating empathy and unity. In the society that we live in, thought to action tendencies are highly significant. People react to the world around them, and their peers rely on those reactions to better understand how they feel at any given time. When dealing with others, it's crucial to express, even fleetingly, some form of response to the topic at hand. It's important to be, or at least appear interested and attentive so that others you are engaging with know you are paying attention to what they are saying. I'll now pass you over to Shauna, who will go into depth about the subjective experience component of emotion.
Social media has a positive impact on our emotions, and I'll be using one of the components called subjective experience to explain this. Subjective experience is an individual's thoughts, feelings, and beliefs that shape their interpretation of life and events. An example of this is when two persons experience the same event but have different reactions to the events. One might find the event enjoyable, while the other one finds it pleasant. One way in which this could be experienced is through the use of social media, which is basically social media are websites and applications that allows users to create and share content or participate in social networking. Now, a real life example of this is when a mother of 5 children and her daughter became infected with coronavirus and would quarantine, so they could not have contact with any of their family members.
The Bartholomews have a full household with lots of love. So when Angelique, a mother of 5, and her daughter Ania had the coronavirus, they fought it together.
We got sick at the same time with the same symptoms.
A close family, they weren't just battling symptoms, but also the difficulty of being apart.
We're a very close-knit family, so it's been really hard to not be able to interact as much as I wanted to.
They're used to hugs. I believe that that's a critical part of, our world and nurturing as a mom. So not being able to touch any of them has been extremely challenging for me. And I think it's also rubbing off on them a little bit.
So they found creative ways to have family time while keeping their distance. Here, for example, is Angelique on FaceTime watching a movie with her family.
They put their phone on the couch for FaceTime and they watched a movie and put me on a blanket. So I was out there with them in the family room to some degree.
And when the family was cooking in the kitchen, Angelique was right there with them.
And when my son was cooking, they put me on the sink, so I was able to watch everybody cook.
At the height of it, Angelique had severe body pain and a fever. Her daughter had similar symptoms. Both of them are feeling much better. They're grateful they have each other and look forward to seeing each other face to face.
It's really a matter of, being in this together and recognizing that we will get through it together.
So in a case like this, the social media, the Pacific app FaceTime, gave the mother a sense of connection back with her family as she was sitting down. She was on the screen of the phone while they were either eating or watching TV. So she was back inside the family activities, but just not being physically there. But thanks to the social media, she was able to still be there for her family, but at a safe distance where they would not get the COVID-19. And that is the positive impact social media has on our emotions, as she would probably felt like relieved or back together with her family, as without that social media she would have no connections whatsoever to her family members, to the outside world that much, because of the restrictions that the COVID-19 pandemic imposed. I will now pass you on to Nikela Aaron, who will discuss the next component of the emotions.
Emotion regulation, or people's responses to their emotions, can be considered a component in the emotion process because people almost always have reactions to their emotions and goals about what they would like to feel or express and when. Sometimes people have the goal of maintaining or intensifying an emotion, whether positive or negative. People control or regulate their emotions in different ways. One study classified the different stages that people use to improve their negative emotions as either cognitive or behavioral, and as either diversion or engagement tactics. Behavioral expressions in the way we communicate our emotions to others through nonverbal cues such as body language and facial expressions. Social media platforms provide a platform for people to express their emotions through written words, images, and videos. This can be reassuring in situations where one might not get the opportunity to express themselves in person. Social media provides an outlet for people to share their thoughts and feelings with others, which can make them feel heard or validated. This can have a positive impact on their emotional well-being. In August 2017, Hurricane Harvey, a deadly Category 4 hurricane, struck Texas and Louisiana, bringing catastrophic floods and more than 100 fatalities. Harvey was the first natural disaster that millions of Texans and people all over the world saw nearly in real time on social media.
Rosen is relying on an unlikely source to direct his teams where to go.
This is one of the biggest natural disasters of the social media age. How has that affected how you are dispatched?
Social media has helped us find out where people needed to be rescued. People were on their roofs, helped us deploy assets.
Hashtag SOS Harvey has been trending on Twitter since the flooding began. Users tweeting out addresses where people needed to be evacuated. 2 adults, 2 children, water at waist level, 9015 Sandpiper, hashtag Harvey SOS. Facebook has a safety check where users can alert family members to their whereabouts. Those still in need of help are urged to post their addresses and phone numbers and sit tight. Help will come.
Overall, social media aided Hurricane Harvey victims by delivering crucial information, offering emotional support, establishing a sense of community, and allowing people to take an active role in the recovery process. The relevance of response to emotion in psychology in relation to social media's role in allowing hurricane victims to express their situation through different social platforms in society, be that it provides an outlet for individuals to share and process their emotional experiences. This is important because people react to their feelings and intentions of when they would want to feel or express them. Sometimes individuals want to retain or amplify a feeling, whether it's a good or bad one.
we seldom ever have one without the other because people's attempts to control their emotions are so closely related to their own. I would like to share a video about how Hurricane Harvey was broadcasted through social media. I would like to pass it on to Namada to conclude.
In this project, my group and I spoke about 3 points or components of emotions, which are thought to action tendencies, subjective experience, and responses to emotions. We related these topics to 3 real-world scenarios as well. Stated in the respective order, the 3 scenarios were how social media helped with the progression of the Me Too movement, family of 7 stays connected while battling COVID at home, and how social media allowed hurricane victims to express their situation through different social platforms. We also went on to explain the relevance of each component. We thank you for your time and hope our presentation shed enough light on these topics.
That's all, folks.